Farhan here from NAFS Motors. Today I'm here to show you my new motorcycle. It's the Ducati Streetfighter V4. Of course, we have a lot of other motorcycles in our portfolio. And why I chose the Ducati Streetfighter V4. So the V4 engines is something that I've always loved. I've had the Aprilia RS V4s, two of them, a 2019 model and then the 2023 1100 factory. I've always loved those engines, and the character of the V4 is something that the inline fours cannot match. So that's something I always loved. Then I thought that let's move on to a sport touring motorcycle because I was looking forward to do some good tours. So I moved on to the BMW S1000 XR. Now the S1000 XR is a brilliant motorcycle. Again, it's like sort of a perfect motorcycle. You know, that's basically the S1000 RR with the adventure clothing. So that was like a long-term motorcycle that I would want to keep. I mean, it's basically like a wife material. Everything is perfect about it. It's comfortable, it's fast, it's a proper sport tourer, and of course it's got an inline 4-cylinder derived from the S1000 RR. So it's a very easy motorcycle to ride fast and comfortably. But then what happened is not able to do too much justice to the touring motorcycle. I was looking forward to do some good tours and also with my wife, but we have family man ho gaye. I've got a newborn baby who's 1 year old, and we're not able to do proper justice to it. My wife is not able to join me on tours, and even if she's able to join me, I'm only able to do slightly shorter rides. Better in terms of character than the Ducati Streetfighter V4. Stripped down Panigale V4 with a flat handlebar and no fairings, and that was a brutal machine already. And this one is another level of insanity. It's got almost the same horsepower, but no fairing. It's got a flat handlebar. You're sitting almost upright, so it's a mad machine. Of course, a big thanks to VFM Ducati who conducted a test ride experience for a lot of riders. So I also got to experience their V4 lineage of motorcycles. I got to experience the Multistrada V4, the Diavel V4, New Panigale V4 and the Streetfighter V4. And of course, no surprises on what was the most insane motorcycle out of all of these. It was of course the Streetfighter V4, and that motorcycle, I was just blown away with the kind of performance it had. I mean, I was giggling inside the helmet like a kid, and it was a brilliant experience. It was an insane machine. I've made a video on this experience, and here's the link to that video. You can watch this and see how much fun I've had on the motorcycle. So that's the ride that changed everything. That's what made me fall in love with this motorcycle, and that's what got me thinking that should I really get this motorcycle. Yep, this was a very rare motorcycle. This was a 2023 model, run about just 1,000 kilometers, literally 1,000 kilometers in the last 3 years. And it's loaded with a lot of accessories in terms of protection and carbon fiber. So if you see here, you've got carbon fiber wingtips here, you've got carbon fiber here in the front mudguard, you've got carbon fiber here, you've got carbon fiber here, you've got carbon fiber here, and this is Ducati Performance carbon fiber. Again, carbon fiber here, there's carbon fiber everywhere. Who doesn't love carbon fiber? Everybody loves carbon fiber. And yeah, in terms of protection, you've got all the basic protective accessories. You've got the fork slider, the radiator guard, the Evotech frame sliders, the Evotech sump guard. You've got the slider here for the rear wheel, and it's got the Gillies adjustable rear sets. So yeah, it's pretty much, it was loaded with all the protective accessories and carbon fiber accessories. Last moment, somehow I managed to find an Akrapovic exhaust, so yes, I did not want to miss that. Akrapovic exhaust on this is the full system Akrapovic exhaust, and do you know what's the price of the exhaust? 7.5 lakhs for just the exhaust. Of course, I got it at a good deal, but yes, 7.5 lakhs for the full system exhaust. Akrapovic exhaust is something that Ducati has a tie-up with. That's their official partner. And when you get the Akrapovic exhaust, there's also a tune from Ducati. So it will say here, the Racing Evo. When you see this Racing Evo, it means that the tune is already there on the motorcycle. Now the Italians know how to make everything look beautiful, whether it is cars, motorcycles, gold, architecture, or anything else that they're into. Now to give you a reference of what this brand is like. Now for example, if you buy a Toyota Supra, you tell that you've got a Supra to people. You don't say that you've got a Toyota Coupe. If you buy a Nissan GTR, you will say that you've got a GTR. You don't say you've got a Nissan sports car. But when you get a Ferrari, you say that you've got a Ferrari. If you get a Lamborghini, you say you've got a Lamborghini. And likewise, in motorcycles, when you get a ZX 10R, you don't say you bought a Kawasaki sports bike. You say ZX 10R. And when you buy the BMW S1000RR, you say you've got an S1000RR. You don't say you've got a BMW. I mean, BMW also makes smaller motorcycles, right? Likewise, Aprilia. I have the RS V4. So when people ask me what motorcycle I have, I say I have the RS V4. I don't say I have an Aprilia, because Aprilia, although in the motorcycle community people know what the Aprilia is, they're known for the racing heritage. But layman, if you go on, typically in India, people know Aprilia for making scooters, sportier scooters like the SR 150, SR 160. But when you have a Ducati, you say you've got a Ducati. And that's the kind of brand value, brand image that Ducati holds. Let me talk about what segment this motorcycle is into and who it is for. So, of course, you have heard of hyper sports bikes. In the hyper sport category, you have the Suzuki Hayabusa, you've got the ZX-14R from Kawasaki, you've got the Kawasaki Ninja H2, which are extremely fast motorcycles and known for the straight line stability. Those are hyper sport bikes or hyper sport tourers, whatever you want to call it. Now, the Streetfighter V4 comes in the hyper naked category. Now, in your super naked category, you have various motorcycles like the Z1000, the Z1100 now, then the Suzuki GSX-S 1000. But there are certain motorcycles which make close to 200 and above 200 bhp, like the BMW M1000R, the KTM 1390 Super Duke, and then we have this, the Ducati Streetfighter V4. And this is the part of all hyper-naked motorcycles because this makes the most horsepower. 208 bhp on a stock motorcycle and 124 Nm of torque. Now 208 bhp is the highest for any production naked motorcycle. This is a stripped down Panigale V4 and this Panigale V4 made about 214 bhp. That was an insane motorcycle with a lot of character from that 90-degree V4 engine. This one is just a naked version of that. And this has certain components taken even from the Panigale V4R. So, yep, this is a Panigale V4 with no fairings, flat handlebar, and this is a formula for absolute insanity. Of course, as I said earlier, a lot of tech has been taken from the MotoGP motorcycles. So this has got a Desmosedici Stradale 1103cc 90-degree V4 engine, which is known for a lot of character. And it's got the counter rotating crank, which also pushes the weight of the motorcycle towards front, so which gives it a lot of stability. And for those of you who feel that the V4 is too much for you to handle, Ducati offers its younger sibling, the Streetfighter V2, which is a more accessible motorcycle. It gets a 955cc derived from the Panigale V2, and this makes an accessible 154 bhp, which is something that a lot of beginner riders can also handle. Of course, this is an offering for people who do not want something extremely powerful like the Streetfighter V4, but want something a little more accessible. It is suitable for people who are intermediate riders. I mean, the people who have had the 300, 400 cc's or even 600 cc's and they want to upgrade to something more fun, but get accessible kind of power. This motorcycle sits in that sweet spot. Of course, this is also derived from the Panigale V2 and this has the same chassis. It's got the monocoque frame. You can see this, everything is interlinked to each other, so it's an extremely lightweight frame. And this gets the iconic single-sided swing arm too. And of course, it looks gorgeous, just like its bigger sibling, the Streetfighter V4. But yeah, the only difference, majorly what you will see is it doesn't have the winglets like the Streetfighter V4. And when you look closely, you will find a few other things like the monoshock is designed a bit differently. Yeah, this is a very capable motorcycle too. I've made a detailed review on the Streetfighter V2. Also, I've made a detailed video on the Streetfighter V2 as well, and here's the link in the description. So, yep, this is a very fun motorcycle as well. Both of these motorcycles are extremely stable at high speeds. I mean, I thought the V4 has the winglets, so the V4 will be very stable, but this, even without the winglets, I managed to do about 250, 268 and it was extremely stable. And that's something I did not expect from a naked motorcycle. Ducati have got that engineering done bang on, and also the electronics ensure that everything is safe for the rider. Of course, this middleweight naked category, there are plenty of motorcycles. The Z900 is the most popular one. Then you've got the Triumph Street Triple 765s, and you've got the higher end Street Triple RS. And then, of course, in the Ducati lineup also you've got the Ducati Monster. Now, this motorcycle is placed somewhere above those motorcycles. Now, of course, like I said, there are plenty of those motorcycles. But if you want something rare, if you want something elegant, and you want something so beautiful, if you want to turn heads, this motorcycle is a brilliant option for you. Just look at it. It's gorgeous, and of course, it's so beautiful. Let it be anybody, whether it's girls, whether it's random people, anybody, they're gonna fall in love with the way this motorcycle looks. And this is a slightly more accessible motorcycle in that Streetfighter Panigale range. So if you are interested in something like this particular motorcycle is at NAFS Motors. It's a 2024-25 registered, November registered motorcycle. So it's got an extended warranty which will give you some good peace of mind. And also this is run just about 6,000 kilometers, single owner, Karnataka registration motorcycle. The pricing of a brand new bike is about 23 lakhs. We are giving it out at a very good deal. So for the pricing, you can check it or you can see it in our Instagram handle. Too much of yarn. I know what you all have been waiting for. Let's start the motorcycle, shall we?